Hey everyone, welcome to this brand new episode of Films. We're very lucky today to have Lev, and he's from Bpacks. He just raised a 1 million euro pre-seed round. Okay, so guys, this is a great amount for a pre-seed. Usually it's way smaller. Usually it's like some like 500k, 700k. But a million euros is pretty good. So without further ado, Lev, welcome to the episode.
Hello, Mark. Yeah, hello, everyone.
Yes,
It's nice to see you.
nice to also meet you and have you on the pod. So, can you tell our viewers, before you became a founder, what was your life like?
Yeah, my life was like I was there. I was working for corporates, corporate industries in different fields. So I was in consulting first. So it's like management consulting and corporate finance consulting. Basically, I was doing like mergers and acquisitions and like similar stuff, raising capitals for other companies. And yeah, for several years, I was working like for coal industry, then for pharmaceutical industry, where I was responsible for basically for investment, internal investments, business development, and all of this stuff. And during my whole career, I was thinking about my own project, my own business, my own startup in and I wanted to do like something special, like and something useful to the world and to people and to the environment. And yeah,
Yeah, and actually, I'm excited to have you on this pod because basically your startup is going to change the world, in my opinion, the world of packaging. Can you tell the viewers the biggest problem that you're currently solving with the startup?
yeah, it's I think that you and basically every people may understand and see the problem of plastic consumption in the whole world. So basically, the amount of like plastic consumption is tremendous. Annually, it's more eight 400 million tons like everywhere. And the key problem here is that basically it's growing. I mean, the consumption of plastic growing annually. And the problem is that the really low amount of plastic can be recycled. So, like for different estimations, it's under like 10% of the whole amount can be recycled, and most of it, so it's end up like in ocean,
Yeah.
in rivers, or it's just burned, dump on some yeah, in some waste. And
Right.
yeah, and at Bpacks, so basically we're trying to help the world, help the people like to have more eco-friendly like alternatives and having like same characteristics of storage and characteristics and even some additional features that I can share later
Oh, yeah,
today.
for sure. And thanks for sharing that. I'm just curious, most startup founders, they go ahead and they found companies that are more like SaaSes and tech driven. What made you decide that you're not really going to go into software, but instead you're going to go into something more like physical, on premise, and all that?
Me personally, as I worked in different industries and even when I was working in consulting, I I was working on different like with industrial companies, and I was visiting many plants, different plants, production of transformers, of pharma products, and uh, FMCG products, and right. My partner, he was also uh, working with plants, and we like both of us were thinking about like building and producing our own products, but not just a product, but useful product.
Right.
And I think that it's like maybe the impact of our uh, previous experience, or for me, like having your own product is like developing and creating something new, not just software, but maybe I would be a programmer or a IT guy. I was more like keen on some SaaS application or some product. But for me, it's like like a physical product. It's magnificent,
For
and
sure.
yeah.
And before you founded Bpacks, did you have other projects that were pet peeves and you were really interested in growing that didn't make it, to the next level of funding like Bpacks did?
No. Uh, Actually, it's my
Mm,
especially like
wow.
big project with my
That's
partner.
amazing. And can you share with us the aha moment where you realized, okay, this is exactly what I need to be focused on? And then you sacrificed like all of your time and efforts just on that.
Yeah. So first of all, because I have a partner, and yeah, we were like colleagues before. We were working in consulting, uh, M&A consulting, basically, and like a few years ago, just told me, "Hi, Dev. So I have a like really great idea of new
Mm.
packaging, like." Our packaging. And here, yeah, he explained me the project, and I was because I was thinking of uh, her recycling business before many years before
Okay.
when we have started, and yeah, and it was like okay, it's a great opportunity for me just to start working on something that I wanted to work before, and yeah, from that time, I thought that's it's really great idea because of different perspectives and eco-friendliness and wholeness and because as a consumer of different packaging, I understood the idea that yeah, it can be something big, and that the world needs some new materials, some new approaches to packaging, and yeah, since that time I was like thinking, yeah, I really would like to and would love to work on this, and especially that it can be like expanded globally, and yeah, for me it was like a great opportunity.
Absolutely. This is amazing that it's people like you that change the world where you lower our pollution output globally. Eventually, like if we look at this technology where it can go in 10, 20, 30 years, it's completely insane just to imagine the impact that it can have. And I'm curious, before you raised the capital, what can you share like, difficult moments that you went through where you thought like, okay, maybe this is not the right thing, or, just moments that were just difficult.
Yeah, first of all, the the difficult moment was trying to compete on a really competitive market. So where plastic already like exists for centuries, and so many tremendous amount of money were invested in this field, different packaging. And when you come up with a new idea, like with a basically totally different product on the market, and to find and to convince people that guys, it can be the alternative to well-known packaging. Yeah, it's difficult, and basically everything has been started from their first small garage laboratory. So where like the first samples of products, we were trying to create and mix, and it was really far away from first investments, like big investments, and with their like production. Because first of all, because nobody in the world basically uh, was doing it, and it's not like implement a new type of plastic and just start to produce like mm, same product, maybe with some better characteristics. No, it's basically we are doing so. We are uh, taking the weight from the uh, uh, wood industry
Right.
and the tree bark, and turn it to the something valuable, to the finished products. And yeah, and we were like her first comers on these fields, and with this material, because even still today, when we have our laboratory and we have some many people just don't believe that, guys, are you kidding us? So you're telling us that, so you're taking the tree bark and making it like uh, tr- making it into the some finished products, like I don't know, coffee cups or trays or cosmetic
It's
jars.
magic.
And
It's dark magic, basically.
yeah, and basically many people still don't believe that we can do this. And when they see the finished product, the end product uh, of packaging, so many of them still don't believe that it's possible, because yeah.
It's incredible because you're disrupting a huge industry. Like literally, we're talking about a multi-billion-dollar, uh, supernatural entity that dominates the market currently with the packaging industry, and that's it's huge. Like we're talking about huge numbers, huge logistics around that, and you're coming in and saying like, "Hey guys, stop doing this. Like you were doing this, for the past whatever 200, 150 years or 100 whatever. Let's try something new. Let's use waste from agriculture and tree waste, and let's create packaging that biodegrades. It's completely black magic. It's like creating gold out of out of nothing. So and I mean, did you have resistance? I'm guessing you did. You probably, when you started meeting with potential investors and all that, people didn't believe you or something. Like, can you tell us about those stories? How did you go against the wave?
On our first step, so when we didn't have like even small production, like our own R&D center, it was really difficult to convince investors it can work. So, uh, until that time, we had only like this garage laboratory, first samples, and of course, many people and investors as well. They weren't sure of 100% that so um, it can be produced on the industrial scale. And because basically the first samples uh, they were done like only in pieces, and yeah, that was their off moment. But then when we raised like the first money for further development, so we founded our like made our own laboratory, so with conventional plastic equipment. And so basically we're the formula of our composite material, and when we produced the final, the finished product, like food trays, for example, it's started a bit easier because when you show people that, look, you can see it's like
Mhm.
basically the cosmetic jar.
Okay, so this is how it looks like. All right.
Yeah,
Wow.
it looks like
It looks like
basically
plastic.
it looks like plastic. Yeah,
Wow.
and it's like some first trial that we made like a few months ago,
That's incredible.
and yeah, and yeah,
And this is literally made out of wood waste and agricultural waste. Wow.
basically, this jar it consists up to like 65% of bark, tree
Okay.
bark, and
Wow.
yes, we use some plasticizers, some matrix, but all components bio-based, and yeah,
And
so
how
we are.
long does it take to biodegrade approximately?
So it depends on the formula for different products. We have different, and we need to have different characteristics because, for example, for jar for a jar, so it's one formula for food trays, a bit another formula, but it takes like um, 5-6 months.
Okay, that's so fast.
Yeah, and the most important thing that it's a compostable material. So
So you can do this
it's
in the garden if needed
it's
with the
like home
vegetables and all.
compost. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. And at the moment, so we are running the test for certification for biodegradability and compostability, and I think it should be finalized by the end of June.
Okay.
And but like preliminary odds for really good, and the agency and the laboratory uh, confirmed us that it was like at least home compostable, and so but because the degradability it takes like up to 6 months. I hope that by the end of this month it will be finalized. And yes, and when you show the when you show people that, look, so we use like same plastic equipment that companies, packaging companies are using, but replace plastic raw material, basically plastic pellets with own pellets that are like fully um, bio-based, consistent like it can be 60, 70, even like 55% of tree bark. And when you're showing this, so you convince them that it works, and that's why now it's a bit easier to discuss with the potential investors and with potential customers because we have something to show that produced on the professional equipment, and when you show in the videos from the production cycle, it's already also convincing people.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of founders in a pre-seed round, they don't even have an MVP. Uh, and when we're talking about software, it's even worse. Like literally, it's on a napkin. It's just an idea. It's something they discussed, and potential investors liked it. But in your case, it's not an idea on a napkin. You literally already have an MVP, so you're way more advanced. So how easy was it for you to raise the capital when you already have the product, or did you first make an MVP and then show it and then raise? Or can you explain to our viewers how that went?
Bpacks, basically, it was funding on own founders' money. So basically, just to create the first samples and basically understand that it can work. before develop the products and moving to the next level. So yeah, and having like the first samples. Okay, it was produced in a garage laboratory, but anyway, so the process is similar to the industrial one, and right now when we are talking with investors or with potential clients, so yeah, it's getting much easier, and right now we are raising did round for further development of our business. And basically the formula for some products, it's already ready to scale up further. And yes, that's why we are basically raising money for next level for scaling the business,
And before you
scaling the
raised,
production.
yeah, and before you raised, do you remember if you were at a fork in the road where you were thinking, okay, maybe we should keep on bootstrapping and keep building in our garage, or did something push you towards, okay, we really need to raise, we need to go faster? Like, what was your mindset there? Because a lot of founders watching, they're either building something or they already raised. A series round, whether it's a pre-seed or a seed. So for those that are unsure, like what was your decision process to raise?
On the first steps, so it was basically fully bootstrapping. So when we ordered some analysis of patterns in the whole world, just to understand what may be already done in other countries, and or maybe there is already exists some similar products like to produce the first samples, and on this stage we were bootstrapping, but then we understood that so we need to hire quite expensive R&D engineers and scientists. We needed to buy some equipment, and it's because we are like a deep tech company, and so we need investments in capex, and that's why it's a bit different comparing with some IT startups. So when you, especially in today's world, when you can use a lot of services like AI products that can help you to build fast some first maybe MVP, and to try to find the product market fit. But in our case, it's impossible because you need to buy the expensive equipment, like production equipment, and you need to have a working capital for buying like raw material, and for applying for submitting some patents and all of this stuff. And that's why we were definitely understood that we need to raise money on some on some midway, or like on the next step after creating something, the first samples.
Thanks for the insight. I think this can help with the decision of plenty of founders listening in that are maybe missing capital to get to their next big milestone, which in your case was a necessity to go to the next level, which is really interesting. And do you remember how hard was it to raise the pre-seed? Because it's a rather hefty pre-seed. We're not talking about a 500K. We're talking about €1 million. So usually €1 million is rather difficult. So in your situation, was it really kind of easy because you were already working in the financial space, or yeah, tell us about that.
It wasn't easy at all, especially yeah. So in the current worldwide situation, and so evaluate the projects that need like capex. They many of them, some of them want to skip the project because it's more difficult to to make a pivot. Like for example, you can do this IT product. In our case, we split it like the first like pre-seed round into like several stages, and basically we raised for the milestone. So when we like reach the first milestone, then the next one, and so investors basically understood so they can be like some kind of on the safe side and see how the project is developing. So it's basically step by step. So first of all, like first step to produce MVP that can work, and the next step is like to expand and to tune the formula of the composite material for the industrial scale. Then it's like for raising patents, and yeah, so we basically we're growing step by step. That's why it was a bit maybe easier, but also it was like safer for investors.
And can you tell us, by the way, how many no's did you get to finally get to a yes?
Yeah, basically, yeah, it's difficult to read, but I think that in total we made like I don't know 1,000
Oh my
contacts
God. Okay.
with
Wow.
different investors, and I don't know, like hundreds
Hundreds of no's. Wow.
of no's. Definitely, yeah,
That's incredible.
and yeah.
And you know what's interesting? This is such an innovative product, and it takes just one out of 1,000 investors to finally get to agree so that this crazy vision can be born and it's out there in our universe and it's changing the world now. Uh, I find it completely magical that you didn't give up, and I think a lot of people can use you as like a mentor, or you know, in this case where it's extreme motivation, where you have to go through 1,000 no's to get a yes. If you really believe in what you want to do, you have to do this. Like you cannot give up, literally. And all of these 1,000 no's equals to $1 million in the bank account, right? Or a million euros in your case. This is rather incredible, and I'm so happy you didn't give up, because you know all of the plastics that are in the seas, all of the pollution that is currently created by the logistics that are ongoing right now. It's a total mess, and I'm happy that you know you have this beautiful giving vision for the world. And after you raised, can you tell us how did your mindset shift? You know, when it comes to structuring your business, taking care of the tasks, all of that good stuff in a startup.
I wouldn't say that it's changed like somehow significantly, but from that point, you're personally me, you understand that you have a lot of responsibilities, like many more than before, because have to show the results, and you uh, need to show the investor, to the market, that yes, you're on the right way, and so that these investors made the right decision, saying you yes, and invested in you, and in your projects. And yeah, because for me personally, it's like much more responsibilities basically, and yeah. I think it's like this. And of course, when you see that some people, some investors, and uh, who did or so they believe in your project, of course, it gives you like more power and more desire to continue developing, working on what you're doing, and uh, it's some kind of this.
And if you look back when you started off, is there one thing that you would change and do differently knowing what you know now?
I don't regret about what the path was before, and of course, when you're like developing something new, you're like facing some uh, obstacles and some problems. You're solving them, but at the very beginning, you don't know, and you don't know what it can impact if it was on different, like if it was done differently. But if no,
Hmm. No, it's so
because
good.
yeah, because it's like many lessons learned.
Yeah, for sure. And at this point in your journey, do you already have MVP clients, or for now it's not the
I think that the really important thing at the very beginning, it's making first sales. And the earlier you do it, so the better it's for the project, especially now. So when the investors they're really selective, and many of them want to see like first revenue, first sales, and I think maybe I don't know, we should have like focused on this at the very beginning, but at the same time, it's some kind of limitations when you have only R&D. So it's basically for deep tech startups. It's a bit different because first of all, you like creating something new for several years, but many investors wants to see the results earlier, and it's difficult. But maybe, yeah, I would focus on this first. But it's it's also give you some frames when you're develop a completely new product on the market, especially on the quite competitive one.
Yeah, for sure. And at this point in your journey, do you already have MVP clients, or for now it's not the objective?
Yes, we already agreed with the food retailer
Oh, nice.
in Serbia. Yeah,
Oh,
for
we should
supplying.
celebrate that. That's amazing. This is a
Yeah,
big win.
I hope that in July, yes, we will supply their meat trays
Wow.
for them. Yes, it's gonna be like the first batch, like pilot batch. It's gonna be like up to 10,000 pieces.
Oh, wow.
And
Nice order.
yes,
It makes me think of Figure, the robot. I think now it's getting ordered in the thousands, and before people didn't really believe it was going to work. But finally, there are these beautiful signals that are telling you you're onto something.
yes, and we also like negotiating right now with other companies from Europe, the supplying of our packaging, like for example for berries like raspberries, blueberries, and as well as for some household products such as detergents like powder, etc. And
Wow.
yeah, right now we are at the point when we have to start selling uh, the products to move forward.
For me, it's completely incredible that the multi-billion-dollar established industry of packaging isn't investing enough in what you're doing. It's a good thing. It's a bad thing. Like it's a good thing for you because it creates this, huge opportunity. But from the standpoint of pollution, uh, I can fathom how, with billions and billions of dollars monthly, or this industry is huge. Like, how are they not trying to solve this? It's so like it's literally like we should have done it like 50 years ago when we could have started with chemistry. And it's amazing that you're pushing it. And where do you see your company be in approximately 3 to 5 years?
So we see the company as the producer of finished products like packaging, maybe some niche or like high margin products, maybe like cosmetic jars, or we are also like testing our different business models, like with coffee cups. And yes, I see it as a producer of finished products, as well as our Bpacks pellets, which can be supplied to packaging manufacturers, and also like to increase the scale of the company and the scale of our technology. We see it providing on the market the license for our technology, just to let many companies using our like developing our material to expand faster in the world. Uh, I don't know, in Asia, in Europe, in Africa, and North America, etc. And we are not going to build like many factories, many plants all over the world, because it needs really enormous amount of money and investments in the production sites. But yes, we want to be the producer. So to test maybe new materials, new packaging, like new applications of our composite material, because we having like basically many ideas how and where we can expand our material, but also you want to have like this industrial scale production to show like the potential partners who will license our technology, just to show that it's working. And basically it's a better conviction of people when can come to the factory and see that that it's working, that it's basically having conventional equipment, because it's not needed like to create some new machinery to produce the packaging uh, for of our raw materials, of our composite material. And yeah, and to be like venture capital like way, uh, we need to make this expansion uh, as fast as possible. And so we see like good potential in this licensing business as well.
Oh yeah, the licensing side can be just huge. We're talking about a worldwide expansion on a delegated scale. and
Yeah, and we can see there's interest from different continents. regions, geographies that packaging companies asking for. Okay, guys, is it possible to buy your license at our and start to produce the material and packaging on our site using your technology? And but yeah, to reach and to start to sell the license, as we need to make like some steps before starting selling it.
All right, that's really interesting so far. And I'm just curious, by the way, Lev, can you share with potential investors one of the biggest values that you provide your clients with so far?
Yeah, so the key value of our packaging, especially for food retailers and food industry, so that our packaging can increase the shelf life of packed products inside our packaging. So for different products, it stays and it lets the products fresher up to 4 days. For example, we conducted the laboratory tests like in the independent laboratories, and we gives like 2 times longer the shelf life of raspberry. So we conducted the tests in our packaging vs like ordinary conventional plastic packaging. So basically on the third day of tests, so the raspberry were in mold. So on the each berry, and when we opened our our packaging, so our food tray, it was the clean berries, and also, for example, for meat products. So we also increase the shelf life up to uh, 4 days, uh, and definitely for food retailers, it's a great result to decrease this level of food, and we're providing like this killing feature for such customers. And of course, for end users, it's also like the value that our that the products can store longer and
Of course.
stay fresh for a longer period of time, not wasting and not and like throwing it into the rubbish bin, but
Oh yeah, this is
consume it.
definitely amazing. Like literally 4 days of life extension for food. This means millions of dollars per year in
Yeah.
savings for huge retailers. Like that. That's huge. Absolutely huge. All right. So and like Elon Musk, do you have bold plans to open source patents? What he did is so that everyone can adapt the electronic or electric vehicle technology. He literally open sourced everything so that he wanted like people to go ahead and take this technology. And his vision was bold. Is this in your plans or not really? That's not the road you're going.
Uh, uh, Not really, because first of all, I don't know. We are having our own patents, and yeah, because it's like a really key and important point for investors that, for example, the technology won't be stolen or copied somewhere else by big corporations and other companies, and basically the investors who believed in us, in the team, and in the projects, basically uh, live without nothing. So yeah, we are trying to protect ourselves with the technology, but uh, doing this, we see that the licensing business can be some kind of um, easier way to expand the technology globally and give other companies the possibility to have and to produce like new era packaging, but within our patterns.
Oh, for sure. And as you're going into your seed round, do you have any, latest tactics that you've used to try to get as much interest as possible that you can share with fellow founders listening in?
In our case, yes, we because we are a startup, not basically at the very beginning of its path, and yeah, we are trying to um, like to get known, and that's why we having like some PR activities and some interviews with some relevant PR or media, and I think it's like one of the our strategies that we do, and so for us, it's more important that uh, packaging producers uh, known about us. When we uh, announced and when we released some news about Bpacks, we got some interest and some interest from big companies, big corporations from packaging industries, which were which opted to, to talk with us and discuss and show cooperation. And yeah, we were really surprised because basically it worked. And of course, we're also like doing some proactive steps, and we are reaching some packaging companies. Just try to collaborate with them and to get acquainted. And many of them are like happy happy to get known, and yeah, I think for the current like possibilities, like financing stuff and all of this, and it's what make our life a bit easier, and yeah, and the people and the world started to get known a bit about Bpacks.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm just really curious. I was itching to ask in the future, if there is a major producer that wants to invest, would you be part of, that type of procedure, or you're not interested in having, a big packaging conglomerate to invest in, you prefer to get funding from seasoned investors? Like, what's your take on this? Because I'm asking this because a lot of founders, when they're in this type of business, let's say they're doing a SaaS tool for a transportation company can invest in them because they really like the idea. Is this the type of mindset that you're also having, or you're not for that?
No, actually, we're quite open to this,
Okay.
and we can see like our business integrated into some with some big company, big packaging producer, because in this case we understand that our like our child that we are raising and developing, it can be like expanded globally much faster, and given people and the markets some really nice and useful alternatives, and making the world greener and cleaner.
I love it. Absolutely. And I don't know why, but I have this deep feeling that this is going to be something big. So I'm really proud, to have you on this podcast, chat with us. And I feel very lucky that we crystallized, this moment in your early life cycle when you're still small, by all means, with all due respect. But I'm sure this is going to be a huge thing in 5 to 10 years. You're going to be very known, either through licensing or through, pivots or whatever is going to happen. Like, I think this is going to go really far because the world really needs what you're building. I truly believe it. I know that in Quebec, we replaced all of our plastic straws with recycled, straws or whatever from recycled materials. And this was a big move. This is a Canadian move, and a lot of countries like the Netherlands, Belgium, Finland, all of these countries, they're super conscious about the renewable life cycle, business types. And I think this is the future. So I see a very bright adventure that you're getting into, Lev. So I really appreciate you having you taking the time here with us on this pod. And before we wrap up, how can people reach you if they want to invest potentially, if they want to know more as a client? What's the best way to get in touch?
Yeah, so the people can reach us via LinkedIn or at our website, which
Okay.
is Bpacks dot echo, and yeah, so it's we are happy and open to uh, negotiations and collaborations.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the people that will collaborate with you are very lucky, in my opinion, because this is something great and it's going to blow up. It's going to rocket ship to the moon. so,
Thank you, Mark. Thank you. Thank you so
thank you
much.
also, Lev. I appreciate that. So, for everyone watching, thank you so much for being part of this amazing episode. If you liked it, if you found it insightful, feel free to subscribe to our channel to not miss any episodes. And of course, comment and like. All right, see you in the next one. Cheers.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.